Hello? Is this on? I hope this mic thing is working. If it is working, I probably just yelled in your ear. I'm sorry. Right in your earballs. We're back. We're so back. We're so back in bed. Let's talk about depression, everyone. Yay. I feel like my depression was cured. Literally cured. Literally cured. That's how you say it. Literally. So I started this year off strong, and I actually moved. Um, and I feel like moving was such a big change in a good way. I mean, I stayed in the same city. I lived 10 minutes from where I lived before, but just the different thing, like the way my brain works is that I need big changes sometimes for my brain cells to be happy and do a happy dance. And sometimes I need those. Please ignore if you see any mess. Please ignore it, okay? The brain cells are not here for the cleaning right now. But yeah, I just feel like sometimes I need those shifts in life, or I welcome them more than probably the average person would, because this is just how I am wired a little bit. Like it's good. So at the beginning of this year, I had a lot of new things happening at once. It felt like it felt like overnight, but it really was a work in progress. Like I had done so much work in therapy and on myself, all that junk, my depression, trying to find the right meds, all that kind of junk, right? I feel like I finally got that right. Uh, had awesome people in my life. I mean, they're still in my life, but yeah, that was one thing too. And then have like a new place to live. That was really nice, and I actually was like my top pick for a place to live. And coming out of like a chaotic season into this era felt good. Yes, we're gonna call it an era, okay? So it felt good, and then now I just started tanking again. Um, a big thing is grief for me. I have been working on other things in therapy. I haven't really been able to focus on the grief part because other things keep popping up and like things that I want to work on and address. So I feel like losing my mom, who was literally like my conjoined twin, that's who she was and is to me, and forever will be, okay? So that was a big thing that happened a few years ago. A big thing, like it sounds like I'm glazing over it. Like, I'm just gonna glaze over it though, for real, because we can't get into that right now. I don't want to have an actual outer breakdown. I'm already broken down inside, it feels, so I don't want to bring that to the outside world. So we're just gonna leave that alone, or leave it alone and go on. But that is the foundation of what I go through. Everything I go through, it's still like I can go back to that unresolved grief and all of the trauma with that, right? So, but for all the things I've been through, I've been doing pretty good, right? And I had this switch, like I just did even better at the beginning of this year. And then now I'm back here in bed wearing my depression hoodie, which is a big, if you get the vibe, it's a big like robe, and it feels amazing no matter what mood you're in. This is not sponsored. It should be by whoever makes these, but listen, it feels so good. But if you're in a mood, it feels even better because it's like you just put this on. Even if you wear the hoodie part, you're just like, you can just zone out and it's fine. I have a candle going. Things are great. But no, I'm like, I laugh, but I'm literally, I was thinking about going to the mental health hospital, but I don't want to go there, and I'm just gonna lay down instead. Like, I don't, I'm, where I'm at now, I'm like, I'm doing things. I'm doing the antidepressing things, the antidepressive things, like be social, go out in the sun, exercise, blah, blah. and there's nothing's connecting anymore. It's like a total disconnect where I barely feel like I'm even in my body. Like my body's getting sent out to do these things and I'm just witnessing it through my body, what I'm doing. That's probably disassociating, like level 10. I don't know, but that's where I'm at, okay? It's like I'll be doing something and I'm like, this is pointless. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be doing this. What's the point? I have all these negative thoughts, but I'm still doing it physically. And I'm like, what are you doing, you dum dum? Like, my latest thing is studying for real estate. Yay, who cares? So I'm studying to get my real estate license. And I go to cafes or I like to be out of the house when I'm studying just to give myself a different environment and stuff like that. And the ambiance, just have something different to motivate me to study. And so I go out and usually I go to Starbucks. So today I went to a different place after church. I went to a different cafe downtown. It was really nice, but I didn't feel in it at all. Like I was there doing the work and I just could not be in it. I don't care enough is what I would tell myself, like while I'm doing these things. It's just like I don't care, or I don't know, like I'm doing the things but there's no point because I'm not as passionate about it as wrestling. If you know anything about me, hi, I'm Vega, by the way. I love pro wrestling. Okay, you need to know that. That's the only thing I want to do in my lifetime. That's the only thing I care to do. That's the only thing that matters besides God. You know what I mean, okay? Like, that's the only thing that matters as far as having a purpose to do something. And one day being a mom. So, but, it's always been wrestling and that. But, so it's like all these other things that I'm feeling like I'm forcing myself to do just don't matter at all. And I'm not in a place, I live in South Dakota, but I'm not in a place where I can actually wrestle. Like, there's no wrestling schools around me. And the one that was going to open is not going to open anymore. And they said they don't have a timeline. That was their quote, direct quote from them. They don't have a timeline for when they're opening. I am not okay with that. It was literally like, I need therapy. I need wrestling. Wrestling is my therapy. I need all of it in there together for the brain cells to activate. But no, instead I'm forced to just do regular stuff, like get a real estate license. I don't care. On the spectrum, I don't care about that stuff. I don't care about anything. And that's where I'm getting stuck at is I genuinely do not care. I don't care about these things, about anything. And I think of what would I like to do? What do I do just for this time until I can move somewhere that has wrestling? Or what do I do? What do I want to do with my life? Blah, blah, blah. Until I can wrestle. Nothing. Then that's where it starts creeping in, where the depressive thoughts get there. And then here comes my mom, like thoughts of my mom again. I should go be with her. Where is she? She resides in heaven. Thank you very much. So that's where I feel like I should be a lot of the time. And that brings me to today. Just doing stuff. It is so miserable to do things and not feel like you are there doing it. Not being present, not being in the moment. You're aware of everything around you. It's like you can, I don't know how to explain this. I felt this in the cafe. It wasn't like overstimulating. It was like a few people around me, each having their own conversation at regular to upper medium level of volume. Like they're loud in a way, but not like rudely loud or something, but they're like, you could tell that people were there. Like you could probably hear them if I had you on my phone and we were talking, you could probably hear them in the background. So it's just regular cafe noise, People got a little bit of the music going, but instead of it being like overstimulating, it was more of, I am shutting down and no one around me knows it. Everyone is just going on with their life because how would they know it? I'm just sitting there looking at my phone and taking notes. So how would they wouldn't know because I didn't say anything and I don't know them to talk to them. So of course they don't know. But I just had that moment where I was like sunken into my own brain and like looking at everything, and it's almost like everything's in slow motion and you just look around, like, you know, that moment in movies where everything's in slow motion and it's like the characters realizing all these things and everyone else is just normal, going at their own pace or whatever. That's how it felt, and that's how it generally feels, is like everyone else is on a certain pace and I'm the only one awake or noticing something is off, but everyone else is going on. Now, I'm not saying that no one else is suffering or going through something, but on the outside, usually you can't tell. So when you look around, it really does make you feel like, okay, I'm the only one feeling this way. I even felt, because I was downtown and I don't live downtown, so I have to drive back home, right? I'm thinking to myself, how am I going to make it back home? Because I don't feel like I'm going to hurt myself on the way home, but I feel like so overwhelmed with emotion that I can't even drive, or like I don't want to drive. I could like safely drive. I mean, obviously I made it home, thank you Lord. But it's like I don't feel like I can, like I care to get out of my seat. I feel so frozen. Like, you know, the responses to the responses like what is it? Fear, no, fight or flight, right? You got fight or flight, but then you also have fawn and freeze. There's some other things or whatever. I just felt very, I don't know if that was fawning or freezing, but I felt like I couldn't move. I felt like it was frozen, but I forget sometimes what nuances there are in those categories. But I felt very like can't move. I don't want to do anything else, and any movement I make needs to be a movement towards a mental health hospital. And I didn't even feel like doing that. And I still don't. I just want to sit here because I don't want to I don't want to talk to someone, ironically, as I'm talking to you guys, but I don't want to go to a place, and I've been evaluated before, like you walk in and get evaluated, but I haven't been in this facility before, of like kept overnight or inpatient or whatever. So it's like, I don't know what to expect. That's part of my brain's thing. And it's just silly stuff because it's like, girl, if you are that on your last leg, you don't need to care about what the experience is going to be like or what unknowns there will be. You need to just get the help. And I'm aware of that. But at the same time, my brain just wants to sit like I'm doing and not do any of that. Not even go get help. And I'm fine, okay? But if you're in the US and you feel this way, please dial 988. No, like for real though, but there's help. I know there's hotlines, there's chats. There's nothing to, unless somebody has the DeLorean, okay, and can let me time travel a little bit, or you're a very specific person here on this earth, I don't think you can help me. I don't think there is help for what I have going on. That's how I'm feeling. And I am very tempted to not post that because I don't want anyone to think that and then just do something harmful to themselves, because they'll be like, oh, see, there's no one to help me. This random redhead on the computer said no one to help. So, but like, that's just me. I feel like there's help for other people, not for me. Like, so does that help? Is any of this going to make sense? I don't know. We're going to post it anyway and we're going to forget it. Not forget it, but we're gonna post it and whatever. I'm so over it. I'm so over this algorithm. Like, really, you let one video pop off on my thing, let the one, that random little short pop off, and then I ignored it because I was too overwhelmed with all the comments, and most of the comments were like against what I was saying. I don't care that much like about that part, but it was just like so many comments. I didn't keep up the momentum from that, and I feel like possibly missed my moment. But to roll this into some type of a career eventually, but that would be my goal. But it's like everything keeps shutting, every door keeps shutting. I hate that feeling. I hate saying it out loud. I hate remanifesting it or whatever. Feedback loop. I saw something about a feedback loop last night. Like, you observe a crappy life, then you make crappy decisions, and then you have a crappy life, and then you observe that crap and you're like, well, look, it's crap. Self-fulfilling prophecy, yes, the feedback loop. But I have to break all those weird, not stigma, what is it? those weird, like, not stereotype, what's the other word? Superstitions, yeah. I have to break all of those to just get this out loud, because maybe it will help somebody. That's what I really hope. Because if you're struggling, I do want you to still go get help. I know this is like the negative part of my mind that's telling me there's no help for me and to just give up and all that stuff. It's the devil. No, but it's like negative thoughts in my head, and ultimately that is from the devil, duh. But like, it's negative thoughts, and it's I'm also paranoid about like my neighbor. Like, I share this wall, and I'm like, can they hear me? Because I literally have no TV on or nothing on, and then whatever. Okay. If they can listen to my K-pop, they can listen to this. Okay. Okay, so I am like, maybe this will help somebody. That's what I need to get back into the mindset of doing things to help somebody. Like, I don't know. When it comes to my channel and stuff, that's what I think of. If I'm even gonna upkeep a channel, if I'm alive. Dun dun dun, will she make it? Will she survive? Find out on the possible next episode, but we don't know, because maybe there won't be another episode. Okay. And I say all that with a smile on my face. Isn't the world crazy, you guys? Isn't the world crazy? I do that because it's like masking, I think it's called. I don't know. It's easier for me to say junk when I'm smiling. I don't know. Pin that to some childhood trauma, if you will. I don't know. In fact, my therapist and I were talking about that this last session, so it literally is something from my childhood, I think. But anyways, we're not here for that. What are we here for? I don't know. Just remember you're not alone, because people would not guess in a million years I suffer with depression until I tell them, because I think they think I'm functioning or something, and I feel like I have been doing better, but now it's not as great, which is very unfortunate, because the weather is turning around finally to look like some type of a spring, dare I say spring, here in South Dakota. Some type of spring weather is upon us, and that's usually when you would start feeling better, I would think. But my mood has never been attached to the weather. Low-key a little jealous of seasonal depression, because of people with seasonal depression, because I'm like, I just have that year-round depression, it's nothing big, nothing major. It literally is major. It's called major depressive disorder. So this is just my little moment telling you about how I hate everything. Excuse me, I burped. And then at the same time, I feel bad for even saying that, because I'm blessed. Like, I'm blessed on the outside. My shell is blessed. My human body, this thing I'm in, is blessed. Like, I have a nice car, I have a nice place, I have a nice whatever else, but on the inside, it's not working out long term. The brain still wants to go be with my mother, and I was depressed even when she was around, but I didn't know that, I never expected to lose her, so it's just a new world of depression. It's like, oh wow, cool, surprise, like, I don't know. And that's how I cope. I don't know how to not make a joke out of things. And also, I low-key wanted to film this with the back camera on my iPhone, but we're using the front one because I'm always paranoid that I'm going to be out of frame or something stupid will happen and it'll stop recording. This is the only way I can see if it's recording or not, so the quality isn't as amaze balls, but it's still cute or whatever. Yeah, I just was watching someone else's vlog, and the funny thing is that they live in Charleston now, which is not far from where I used to live. And where I lived was right on the coast, and I could go to the water every day if I wanted to. And I just feel so sad that I kind of took that for granted. And like, now I can't go. There's no like body of water like the ocean. I mean, there's like a little lake or something, but that's not going to get it for me. I need to not be able to see the other side or something. You know what I mean? I need to see only trees on the other side, or nothing, like just the great beyond, right, of the ocean. Like, I really wish I lived in a place where I could be near water. I feel like that would be so healing. Wrestling and water, okay? that is just what I need. Like, why can this not happen right now? It's such a suffering type of thing. Like, I need a body of water that I can be near. It's very healing to my brain. I don't know why it's that healing. Especially a good old beach, right? But even just like the waterfront we used to go to, and watching ships and all that stuff. And it's like, I need that, and I don't have that here. And you know what it is too about depression and all of these mental things? I feel foreign. I feel like a foreigner in my own life, a foreigner in my own body, a foreigner everywhere I go. Like, she doesn't fit in. Like, she doesn't feel like she fits in anywhere. Church, I feel like I fit in. Thank you for the church, Lord, and my good old church. I love them. But even with them, or people that are like totally amazing, that don't have any ill will for anything, I still feel like I'm foreign, and that's in my own mind. But I feel foreign in my life. I lay down in my bed in my home and I talk about I want to go home. Like, I've said that out loud before to myself. I'll lay down and be like, I want to go home. I mean, what does that mean? You are home. What are you talking about? Like, I don't even know what that means. Like, it's just something goes like, I want to go home. And I don't know what that means. It's not me saying like a certain state. It's not me saying, oh, I need to live in a certain state, or that's home to me. Like, it's not that type of home. It's like there's a different home. And what other home do we know of as Christians other than heaven, right? So, Lord, it's working out that way. I'm just saying. But I know that there's probably something I'm supposed to be doing on earth. Like, that's why I'm still alive or whatever. Like, I say it so, like, flippant. Like, yeah, I'm still alive, whatever. But no, I'm literally like, that's the only reason anyone's still alive. There's still work to be done somehow. But if we could just cut out that doing the same thing every day junk, and then cut out the part where I'm not wrestling and I'm not near a body of water, that would be most ideal. And then I can do God's bidding a little easier. Yeah, there's a straw wrapper here. Did you see that the whole time? You are so rude if you looked at that. Okay, so I don't know what I'm doing. I hate everything. That sounds so bad. Like, I don't know how to explain. Like, I hate everything, but I don't at the same time. But it's just this feeling of I hate everything. Like, if I had to give it a name, the feeling a name, it's I hate everything. And I don't want to do anything. Like, there's no, oh, do you think you can do, when I tell people these things, it's like another thing is the human responses, right? People are meaning well, they're trying to help. They're like, when I tell them I'm not feeling fulfilled, I don't like work or whatever it is. Oh, have you thought about this or that for work? It's not like, let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there. It's not going to work. It's not going to work, because as long as it's me going there or doing the thing, it's not going to work. My brain, do you have another brain I could borrow possibly for that job or for that whatever, that calling? It's not gonna work. Like, I don't know how to explain that to people. Like, and I'll sound like such a little blob, like a little loser. I don't care, but it's literally not gonna work. So, oh, this truck is backing up. Okay, what's he doing? U-turn. Okay. But like, it's not. It's not simple. Like, it's not fixable. Humans. I don't know how to, like. I don't know. When I tell people stuff, it's like, I want you to hear me, but I also want you to like, I low key, maybe I just want somebody to like call for help for me. I don't know, when I tell them things, because I'll tell people things like, hey, I'm thinking of hurting myself, or hey, this or that. And it's like, oh, here's the reasons why I'm not enjoying, I don't think I'm doing anything for work that I like. I don't think this, that, whatever. And they'll offer little things that they think to help. And it's like, it's not going to help. Don't ask me about work or this, that. It's not going to help. There's no type of job that is going to undo this feeling. Okay, let's be there. They're all making the feeling worse. Like, I don't know how to explain that part. Just call me somebody. Call me a professional, please. Like, call me, I almost said a paddy wagon. I think that's a cop car. And don't call me a paddy wagon. Whatever the one is with the straight jackets, okay? That, call me one of those. Call me one of them boys, okay? Up to my place. And I make light of it because that's just how my brain works, okay? It's a very serious thing, and I'm very serious. But I don't know what I expect to hear, but it's like what I do hear doesn't help. And the thing of like, well, you can hear stuff like, well, nobody likes their job. Well, this, that, and this. Okay, I don't commiserate well. Like, it doesn't make me feel better that you also hate your life. That's not going to help me feel better. Not that you, okay, when I say that, I'm not saying, why do I have to keep doing freaking disclaimers? When I say all of that, I'm not saying that a person can't vent to me or something. What I'm trying to say is, if you're trying to use the fact like, oh, everyone hates their life as like this general thing, like everyone hates it, so you should be fine. That's what I'm thinking you're saying. You should be fine, Vega, because everyone hates their life. So I don't know what to tell you. That's just how it is. You just keep breathing and hating everything. That doesn't help me at all to feel better. That doesn't help me in the slightest. I don't know if that like helps you or helps them, if that's actually ever worked to help somebody like turn their mind around. Like, you know what? That's true. Everybody hates this part of life. Let me just la 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 la. Like, no one is thinking that way. I don't imagine someone hearing that and then thinking, oh, you know what? Thank you for that information. I'm glad everyone hates their life. Now I can go on and be a little happier. What? You're a psychopath. Like, why would someone else's misery make you happy? Make you suddenly able to do your job without breaking down or whatever. Like, but yeah, I just thought I would film myself and to go back, or film what I'm thinking right now. To go back to what I was saying about the person on the vlog too, I said like probably 20 minutes ago when I was talking about that. I always circle back. You just gotta stay on the horse long enough, okay? She circles back. She really does. So it's like that person that was vlogging, they haven't been doing good in their mental health either. And I was like, you know, even though they're not doing good, I'm so proud of them for getting up and functioning enough to continue doing YouTube as their job. And that's something I really wish I had, is the ability to have YouTube be my job. And I'm working on that. I just wish that it felt possible somehow, because that's literally it's the only thing I can reliably do, because I'd be making up my own schedule and it would be far less consuming. Well, it will still be consuming because I have an obsessive type focus when I get onto things that I want to do. I get obsessed with it, but it would be more of like, I don't know, something more passionate. Like, I'm more passionate about talking to people and doing things like this, you know, like this lovely creation of a video. And okay, the person I was watching, by the way, is Hannah Elise. Why am I not saying her name? Hannah. She is amazing. I love her and I'm so proud of her. Hannah, if you ever see this, I'm proud of you. I know the struggle and you are making it through. And yeah, I'm proud of her for like still making content even though she's gone through all that she has. You should listen to her story of like her recent mental health issues and everything if you want to know about that. But it's like, she is killing it in my opinion, and she makes everything so cozy. She's like the coziest little human. You just want to shrink her down and put her in your pocket, okay, and be like, come on little Hannah. Okay, it's getting weird, I'm sorry. But like, you know what I mean. She's a cozy YouTuber, and it must feel weird to be someone's comfort, that's the word, comfort YouTuber. It must feel weird for comfort YouTubers to be a comfort YouTuber and then have their own like struggles and not be comfortable in their life but be someone else's comfort. That's an interesting dynamic that you could be in. And yeah, I'm just proud of her. And this is a dog just walking by itself. Okay. Oh, there's the owner. Okay, got it. Not that I was gonna do anything. That's a few stories down out of my jurisdiction. But that sounds so bad. Like, I saw there was the owner. Be quiet, okay? It sounds like I'm just watching this dog wander alone. But yeah, I just wish that I could have a platform, then it can reach more people about the depression things, mental health, and all that good stuff. But just in case, for the couple people that this might reach, I'm gonna take two people that this might reach. Okay, I love you. You're worth something. You're enough. You're worthwhile. And hopefully you don't feel like I do, but if you do, go get some help. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. That's what we're trying to get at. At least for today's version of Vega. Don't be this version. Tomorrow, I love you. The drama, though. Okay, look, I'm trying to be serious here. I'm trying to be serious. If I'm gonna be serious, then I'm gonna cry. Okay, but no, like, I'm just trying to tell people to be better and don't be me, and hopefully you can get some help and have a good support system around you. And when people tell you that everybody hates their life or everybody feels this way, and they're saying it in a way like you should be okay because everyone is like that, don't take that for an answer. Go get some help from someone else. Maybe don't tell that person that. But also, that's how people cope at the same time. That could be how they cope with their existence, is just by saying, well, everybody feels this way, so I'm just gonna ignore it and power through. Miserable life, and then you die. But, like, isn't that funny that people either feel like they're totally alone, like how I was talking about earlier, like they're alone in how they feel, the world's going in slow-mo and you're the only one awake watching it go by, or you feel like everyone feels miserable, so what makes you so different to need help or whatever. It's such a weird, like, there's no middle. And I know there obviously is a middle. That's what we go through. Not everybody's depressed, clinically depressed, or any depressed, like depressed otherwise. Like, there is some happiness and joy to be had, and there are things we can do to help that along. And there are some things like moving to Thailand that we can do. Literally, I'm moving to Thailand. That's the answer. I didn't even post that video. I had a video made that I was just like running my mouth in my car, as I usually do, per usual. And I was talking about everybody should quit their job and move to Thailand. And I'm so passionate about that. I thoroughly, as someone who's never even been to Thailand once, I believe that's the way. Just trust me on that. That is the way. If you're American, leave this junk behind. Go to Thailand. Hurry up before whatever happens is going to happen. Happens. What? Hurry up before the world gets worse and we, like, literally can't even travel anymore or something happens. God forbid. But so just leave now and forever hold your peace. And tell them I sent you. But, yeah, this is about depression, and I'm giggling, like always. Okay, I want to scream. I'm trying to hold it in. But yeah, that's how I'm feeling. But just let me know, anybody else feeling this way? What's up, people? Anybody? How do you want me to close this out? Okay, how do you want me to close this out? But yeah, that's my thing. Please consider subscribing if you want to follow this beautiful situation that is my channel. Who knows what I'll talk about next. I wanted to do like a BTS album review, or not review, but like live reaction, their new album, but I don't really know how to do that without like having the music play. And I also just don't have the capacity at the moment to even want to set that up and be in a happy K-pop mood. So I just have not listened to it at all until I figure out if I'm going to do that or not. I don't know why that felt relevant. So I'm gonna go now. Should I get up and see you out of my room? You didn't judge me too much, did you, for the mess of a room that I have? All right. This is what she looks like in all of her glory. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you subscribe. Hope you feel better than me, my lovelies. yeah, I'm gonna go now. Just continue watching Real Housewives of Potomac. That should heal everything inside of me, right? That should heal me. Oh, and that's a prayer board, isn't it? So cute. We made that in our women's group church. You can't see all of it. Just don't worry about it. All right. You just write things that you've asked God for, and then write things that you've gotten answers for, and you put them on the board, and it's great. I have yet to use that board, full disclosure. I've had it over there for several months, and however long it's been since we did that, and I have not used it. So, but I look at it, and it makes me smile. Okay, that's all. Bye.